pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga langit. Naghahanap ba kayo ng mag-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran ng OUA ICTS-EAPP. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang sa kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning class. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special program. All is wellness. Reading and math remediation. Storytelling. Mommy tech talk. Classes sa gramatika. Speech class. Financial literacy. At marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alay program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayon din ay mayroon tayong at tutorials nang sigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes mula 9 ng umaga hanggang 7 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataan Pilipino. ETUlay natin ito. Sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! Mabuhay! I am your day to all. I am welcome to ETUlay. Welcome to free online tutorial. A free online initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology, Educational Technology, ICTS. This program is aimed at assisting learners and assisting regarding from senior high school, alive and SPED learning. Aside from answering the modules, ETUlay is offering which we will surely look forward together with our parents and teachers. The ETUlay will bridge the gap where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. Let us prepare our modules. Pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn. Together with our volunteer online. Tara na!
A critic does not consist in saying that things aren't good the way they are. It consists in seeing on just what type of assumptions, of familiar notions, of established and unexamined ways of thinking the accepted practices are based.
To do criticism is to make harder those acts which are now too easy.
Yeah, oh, hello there. It's Tuesday. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's time for English for academic and professional purposes.
I am Tutor Alvin.
And I am Shooter Aaron.
And we are your EAPP buddies
for ETUlay online tutorial session at this hour.
All right, so hello and good afternoon to our EAPP phenomenal students, and to you, Tutor Aaron, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Tutor Alvin. It's actually nice again to see you and to see and to be with us here, to be here with our AF phenomenal buddies. But why don't we go to our AF feeling?
Yeah.
Let's
So,
talk about what do we feel right now this Tuesday.
yeah, and that's the next part of our presentation. All right.
Yes. So, everyone, how are you feeling today? How is your Tuesday? We always want to hear your voice and your feeling because that actually excites us every Tuesday. Do you feel happy? Do you feel sad? Or do you feel excited for our tutorial today? Comment in our comment section. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah. So, let us know your reaction, your feeling, or your emotion right now using the emoticon.
Yes, you can click our icons, our reacts, or you can type in on our comment section. What do you feel? Do you feel happy, excited? How is your Tuesday? Because ako, Tutor Alvin, I am very excited every Tuesday because Tuesday is extra special because it's our AYA phenomenal experience, right, Tutor Alvin?
Yeah, I totally agree. Every Tuesday is Choose English Day, a very exciting day for all of us. Another learning while having fun.
That is correct. And
Okay,
Tutor
I
Alvin,
love the comment here of Daniela, feeling the heat. Yeah,
oh
it's true.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's double meaning, but right now it's literally very hot because of our temperature, our climate, our weather right now. It's so hot even here in Manila, Mr. Alvin. I don't know there in Pampanga if it's the same, but according to them it's 44 degrees today and it's so hot and everyone should be careful. You should drink a lot of water and you should take ano ba, take a bath or shower for like 3 times to avoid and to fight the heat because it's really hot.
Yeah. So last time we talked about actually last week is week 5, right? Week 5,
Yes.
and that is about the critical approaches in writing a critic. And just in time for us to award or to recognize our AF phenomenal student for week 5. And she is Tutor Aaron.
Our AF phenomenal student is none other than for quarter 3, week 5 is drum roll. Jenny Yabut from Santa Maria High School, Macabebe SDO, Pampanga. Yes,
Wow.
congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, Jenny. So I hope you'll keep it up and keep doing great in AF in AF.
If you want to be one of our AF phenomenal students, don't forget to be active in our recitation in our game and don't forget to share our live post today.
Yeah. So let's have a fast run through of our discussions. First, week 1, we discussed the academic language used from various disciplines.
Yes, for our first week we had academic language. Sorry, second week types of text structure.
And week 3, the techniques in summarizing variety of academic text.
Week 4, the thesis statement and outlining reading texts.
Okay. At napaka-fresh pa ng ating week 5 wherein we talked about the critical approaches in writing a critic.
And for the 6th week, we will be talking about writing the reaction paper, review,
Oh,
or critic. Why do we give ourselves a round of applause for making it this far? It's already our 6th week, everyone. Let's clap our hands for ourselves.
yeah, that's right. So we are now on writing the reaction paper review or critic because it seems that this is the application of what we have discussed last time because we're focused more on theoretical basis or on the principles, okay, on how we should critic, okay, what are the different approaches. But now, Tutor Aaron, our focus is
Yes, writing the reaction paper, review,
Oh,
and critique. We will not end only on the theoretical manner, but we will let you apply all
yeah.
your learning. And I'm
So,
excited for Alvin because today we will be again learning another perspective. And what is that perspective?
okay. Our
That's
mouth for this
our
week is. Da-da-da-dan.
drum roll.
No, that means the next slide.
So
All
what
right.
do we need to know?
We need to know the. Okay, and that is about writing. To write an objective or balanced review or critic of a work of art, an event, or a program.
Yes,
So,
and we hope that you are excited to experience our learning today. So what is new for us?
yeah. But before that, Tutor Aaron, I know your AF teachers assigned you already for another performance task, and that is writing a reaction paper, right? The question is,
Correct.
how we'll be learning it in this episode. Okay?
Yes. So we will be enriching you with here in this topic. Let's now go. I'm excited for this part because every beginning of our session we are having a short game. And for our short game today, I hope you're all ready. You just have to guess the reaction of the
Oh,
persons in the picture that we are showing you. Next slide. Let's see.
so they'll just
So,
be guessing the reaction, right?
yes, so
Particularly
give
the
us the
face.
reaction. But before anything else, are you ready? Our
Yeah.
AF
Are you
phenomenal
ready? AF
students.
phenomenal students.
You know,
So
Tutor Abby,
magsulat
we're
kayo ng
like,
mga thumbs up and heart.
yes,
Yeah.
I don't think that everyone has already shared our live today. No, our target is
Yes.
50 to 100,000 viewers. So help us get that views for today.
Yeah.
Give us a heart.
Spread.
Yes, a heart or a like for us to know if you are ready for our game. I think they're ready, Tutor Alvin.
Yeah. This is the first one. Oh.
What is that reaction?
Yeah. Can we read it from our comment section?
Waiting for the answers of our AF phenomenal students on the comment section. What is being portrayed of this beautiful lady here?
Mm,
What do you think? At least one word to
yeah,
describe her
a word will
reaction.
do.
How do you can you imitate that, Tutor Alvin?
What's that? Where's my phone? Use my phone.
Reaction. Wow, very good.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
there are already answers, Tutor Alvin. I think you can do the honors in reading the answers.
okay. So, Rafael Faye shocked. Giancarlo
Wow.
shocked. Surprised. Sabi ng iba. So, most of them answered shocked. And I think that's correct, right? She is
Okay.
absolutely shocked. Or
Okay.
sur-
Probably shared the good news or she saw
maybe.
good news and yeah, good news that made her surprised. Next, how about this one? What does she feel here or what do you think is her reaction? Comment now to our comment section. Go.
Yes.
Mr. Alvin.
Okay.
Okay.
If the first lady, okay, on the previous picture was shocked, or maybe she received a good news, I don't know, in this one.
Only this person received a bad news on the other hand. So
Yeah.
that's why she's reacting that way.
Yeah, so
Okay, so there are already answers, Tutor Alvin.
disappointed according to John Carlo, and we have here Jasmine unhappy, disappointed, okay? For them, most of them, that that lady or that woman portrays disappointment.
Yes, so someone answered sad or disappointed, and I think either of
Yeah.
the answers is actually correct. So either sad or disappointed, and we hope that you're not sad today. Okay,
Yeah.
we're here to make you happy and to make you learn. And next picture, what do you think is the next picture, Tutor Alvin?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So what does this person feel?
Yeah, because on the facial configuration of a person, okay, you can
I
determine
like
already, right?
the facial
The
configuration.
Yeah, that's our word for today, the facial configuration.
Configuration.
The configuration of the
So what do you
of the
think is correct?
brows, of the
Yes,
eyes, okay,
configuration.
of the
You
cheeks.
figure it.
Yeah, figure it out.
What do
Happy
you
according to
think?
divine.
Okay. Let's
Surprise, sabi ni Mira. Surprise. Bulaga, sabi, di ba? Amazed, happy. So those are correct. Moving on to the next picture. I think
we still have another picture, and our next picture is okay. How about this one? What do you think is the what do you think is the reaction of the lady here? Everyone, comment below your answers. Go.
ano pa to, ah? Tawag
Okay,
dito?
somebody answered happy, amazed, according to Erica
Happy,
Gutierrez.
amazed,
According to DepEd
surprised,
Obo, happy. To Marshall Bulan, surprise. To Mark, surprise. Joyce,
delighted.
happy. Malyari, delighted. Gia, happy or excited. And I think all your answers are correct. Happy, excited, delighted. All of those answers are
Are
correct.
correct. And we should all be happy and excited and delighted for the next
Always
part of our lesson.
excited, positive. How about this one?
I love that, sir. Every
What
time
is
every time I discuss reaction paper, inuuna ko na sa kanila yung mga samples na yan because I don't want to get disappointed once I task them, once I assign them to write a reaction paper, and I'm telling them, I'm warning them, I don't want to receive reaction papers like those things.
so what do you think? What do you think do these people are feeling there in the picture? I think most of our students would actually connect to this because they all
Yes.
undergone this and once in their lives experienced this. What do you think? Our A phenomenal students, go.
Yeah.
Haven't they only
Ha-
answered ha ha ha? I don't know if they know the feeling or they actually it's relatable to them.
Yeah, they really maybe once in their life, once in their lifetime, they
Experience
sent this one to their teacher who asked them to submit a reaction paper, and then my reaction, ma'am. I'm surprised.
oh,
This is a
somebody
reaction paper.
answered surprise, shocked, shocked, nagulat po, sabi ni Joshua. What else? Nagulat. Yes, actually, I don't know if how are we gonna decipher this, but I think this is mixed emotions because when you are given this assignment, I think all of our students are confused, shocked, and ano ba, getting crazy about it because they don't know how to make one, or some of them don't know how to.
Yeah, that's
They're
correct.
unfamiliar. But the question is, sige, let's say mixed emotions. But what do you think are these things that you are seeing right now? Although we have already mentioned them a short while ago, if what are they? But are you familiar with this? We would just like to check, to double check if you know these. What are these papers that you are seeing right now in the picture? Oh, there's someone answered frustrated, Tutor Alvin, no?
Frustrated. Wow.
Mamaya student mo to.
They're
What do you
frustrated.
think, our AF phenomenal buddies? What are these papers here? Have you encountered such before? How did you deal with them?
Okay. Reaction paper. And that is
Okay. Kasi binanggit mo na kanina eh. That is
kaya
correct. Reaction paper. You know the reason, Tutor Alvin and our AF phenomenal students, the reason behind on why those faces are there, simply because I know that in our students can relate to this, that when we are given reaction paper, we are like confused or having mixed emotions because some of us do not know how to do it. That's why in today's session, we will be helping you, right, Tutor Alvin?
yeah, okay. In writing the reaction paper review and critic, and please refrain from submitting those kind of output. Yeah, they are literally reaction paper, but we are not looking or we are not waiting for those paper for that paper with a lot of facial reactions. so so today we'll be focusing on how are you going to compose, okay, to craft your reaction paper following basic steps, or what are the essentials in writing a reaction paper. But first,
Because you want to
let
make
us
sure.
define. Yeah.
Yes, you want to make
What?
sure that they will not put their pictures on the reaction
Oh,
itself when their teachers ask them to submit one.
yeah. So now let us first define what a reaction paper is. Should I, Aaron?
Reaction papers, let's see. What is it? The meaning is, tan-tanan, may pa-drum roll talaga tayo, no? Medyo
Yeah.
may ano muna pa-suspense yung ating Reaction paper is a form of paper writing in which the writer expresses his ideas and opinions about what has been read or seen. So
Mm,
these papers are being written by people who would like to give criticisms, or who would like to criticize, or would like to make a reaction, or say critical explanation on something that they have read or that they have seen in any form, maybe in a movie form, in a book form, in let's say even food. No, so that's why reaction paper is happening in our school setting. Our teachers are asking us to make reaction paper out of a novel, out of an experience like field trip. Have you encountered making a reaction paper out of the field trip? Taas ang kamay.
yeah.
So,
So
that's what you call that paper. Yes, Sir Alvin.
yeah, so the action paper is evaluated, right, due to the writer's communication skills, and only then due the due to the unique ideas and the content. So this paper writing may be formal or informal or 2 pages long. So what important here in the reaction paper is that they should include, okay, literally their reaction, their responses, opinion, okay, or maybe their review, okay, on the particular text, video, material they have seen or watched or even read.
Yes, as we continue with our discussion, that's what we call reaction paper.
Yeah.
As you said,
So
Sir Alvin, it's there.
yeah, remember, yeah. So as all essays, a reaction paper comprises of the very familiar
Mm.
parts of any text. We have the IBC, and that is, should I, Aaron?
Those are the introduction, the
Yeah.
body, and the conclusion. So we all know that in every essay that we are doing, we should always have our introduction, our body, and conclusion. You have to make sure that these are also made properly and interestingly, so that your readers can connect and can relate to what you are reacting to.
Yeah, remember that. So just like any essay, formal essay or academic essays, we are following the IBC, the introduction, body, conclusion. And the other question is, what should be included in each part? Here it is. In
Okay.
introduction, the writer states the main premise. And
And in a body, the reactor expresses his ideas. And in conclusion, it summarizes the result. So with this definition, it gives us an idea that in our parts, no, we also have to be careful about them. So in the introduction, you should also have your premise or your introductory of what will your reaction all about, and which
yes,
part of that specific entity will be given evaluation or critiquing or criticizing. Now in the body, you have to show your support, your supporting ideas, your supporting details, be it opinion, be it statistics or support or research ideas, but anything that you would want to fight for or to prove for. And in the conclusion, you can summarize, you can repeat your thought, you can end it by giving your notion or your support. Either you support or you contradict the entity that you are, or the paper, or the work that you are criticizing or you're reacting to.
Yeah, that is true, Tutor Aaron. So, in addition, in your introduction, aside from including your main premise, you can also give a short or a brief background of the text, okay, or of the material you've read or seen. Okay, so you can tell the title of it, the author, or what's about it, and then
Correct.
all your reactions, all your what I mean, all your reviews, either the strengths, the weaknesses, and even the recommendation you would like to address to the author or the owner of that material. You can put those things in the body, okay, in the body, and you should end, okay, your review using the conclusion wherein you'll be summarizing all the key points, all the key points you mentioned in the intro and the body. Yeah. So we have here that it's not a summary, right? Diba, Tutor Aaron? Reaction paper
Yes,
is
you
not a
have to take
summary.
note that when you're writing a reaction paper, this is a usual confusion that we, even us, even the students, are usually confused about. No, you should not be confused with reaction paper and a book report. Okay, in the book report, you are using the summary. Definitely, there's a part there where you summarize the text or the movie or the book that you have read. But in the reaction paper, although it seems like you are summarizing, in the reaction paper, it's more on your idea and your thought about that specific thing. What is your take? Okay, are you sometimes pro to that idea that
Yes.
you brought up in the introduction, or are you supporting the idea that you brought up in the introduction? That's what you're going to put in your conclusion. And remember, you do not copy paste, okay, the reaction paper. It should be original. Although in the body, you can get supports or you can cite some supporting details that can help you in your claims. Okay, that's okay. But do not forget to still avoid plagiarism, and do not forget to cite it properly.
Yeah. In reaction paper, you are free to give your reactions, either positive or negative. Just like what Tutor Aaron mentioned, whatever your claim is, either it's positive or negative, it is pro or against the material you've read or seen, it's very important that you give evidence. You give
Correct.
evidence or proof to your claims. But then let's remember that reaction paper, it's not only about writing your reactions, okay? Your thoughts and impressions. Yeah, it's the major component of a reaction paper, right, Tutor Aaron? We should include our reactions, our thoughts, impressions, opinion, or even our what do we call this? Our argument, okay, against or in favor of the material we're critiquing, but we need to follow an appropriate structure. So
Yes,
make sure to
structure
follow
and
the
appropriate
following.
support.
Yeah.
That's it.
So what are the things? First, Tutor Aaron?
So on some additional information with regard reaction paper, despite the fact that you are writing about your reaction, so we are avoiding the reactions that we saw in our game, in our icebreaker a short while ago, thoughts and impressions, you still need to follow an appropriate structure. So you have to make sure that number one, read the material carefully. Because if you read the material, it's a requirement. Because how are you going to react on something if you don't really have any background at all about that specific thing? It's like watching a film or reacting to a film that you don't even know about it. Okay? So you have to make sure to know the details and to watch the material carefully. That's it.
Yeah.
Next.
So let's proceed now to the second one. Okay. Come up with a thesis statement. Come up with a thesis statement. We already talked, okay, about what a thesis statement is, right? What a thesis statement. Remember, this is the main idea of the essay of the article. So it's very important if you are critiquing, reacting, or reviewing a particular material, come up with a thesis statement that must be present or that must be seen in your introductory paragraph. Okay, so we need to come up with the thesis statement so that in the first paragraph, your claim is obvious. Yung pinaglalaban mo is kitang-kita na. Your main reaction, your main review can be seen in the first paragraph. Yun. So you can use your notes to formulate a central idea you will develop in your further work. So then put it in one sentence and make it your thesis statement. Remember
That
that.
is correct. And second, no, in relation to what we talked about before, you should also apply the idea of composing an outline. Since we are writing an essay here, it will be helpful to make your own outline.
Yeah. Next is construct your paper, right? You have to construct now your paper. So only when all the preparations are done, start writing a paper itself. After you have composed your main thesis statement and then you prepared an outline. Now it's time for you to begin writing your reaction paper. Begin filling in or each paragraph, but based on your outline, di ba? So what must be present in the introduction? What must be present in your body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and then of course your conclusion. Yeah?
That is true. So we can see here, Tutor Alvin, that in writing a reaction paper, it's not just as simply as, "Sir, why don't can I just put my picture here and my reaction so that I
Yes.
right away see the reaction from my face?" No, it's also like an educational way of reacting on something. So kita nyo na, ang reacting to a paper is not as simple as going to your Facebook account and post something about
Yes.
something. Okay, so you really have to think about them and you have to follow different processes. And now, definitely, some of you are asking, as we told you, know that there are different parts of what do you call that? A reaction paper, the introduction, the body, and conclusion. Let's talk more about them. So, for the first part of your paper, remember should contain information on the author and the topic. As what Tutor Alvin showed you or told you a short while ago, you need to write down the main ideas, the thesis statement, and
Yeah.
highlight the main points of the paper. You can use a direct quotation if needed, or and you have to avoid definitely your personal opinion in this section. And aside from the direct quotation, you can also use definitely some styles like in question form, or you can also include songs from the lyrics, but you have to make sure they are
Mm.
connected to the topic that you are going to talk about. So you have to take note of those things in the first part, in the introduction, the thesis statement, the topic that you're going to talk about, and a little background about the author.
And I would just like to add for that for your introduction, aside from indicating or including the basic or the most important information of that material, the author and the topic and the main ideas, it's also very important that Tutor Aaron mentioned that we have to give catchy, okay, beginning or introductory paragraph, just like any academic or formal essay. So you may use different kinds of lead paragraphs so we can catch the attention of our reader. So
Correct.
let's move on now to the second part. So the second part should contain your personal thoughts on the subject. So maybe here you can already express your opinion, your impression, okay, or your critic, okay, your critic number one, okay, the idea number one you would like to say or to express on the paper or on the material you've watched or seen. So you have to focus on the main problem or address all of them and describe your opinion, because definitely why we are creating a review, because somehow we have noticed a problem, right, a problem, and through our reaction paper, we would like to raise that problem, give suggestion to that problem, and for it to be solved.
That's right. And on the other hand, sometimes aside from the problems, or sometimes we would just like to make a good impact or review on that specific thing. So let's say you saw a positive side or a learning or an epiphany. Okay, you realize something, a good point that you want to share with the world that other people won't see it right away. Then better if you make a reaction paper. Okay.
So, moving on.
Okay, another thing is that explain how the material can relate to the modern world. So the learning that you got from it, the problem that you brought up, you have to make sure that they are connected to the present situation, to the society,
Mm,
or separate individuals. You're writing a reaction paper not only just to react to it, but to make sure that other people can also learn and benefit from it. Back your statements with sources if needed and make conclusions whether you support the author or not. So in the body, you have to make sure na you're not only reacting to it based purely on your opinions. Although sometimes you give your opinions, but you have to make sure that your opinions are logical, are just, and right for the other people. Because Tutor Alvin, but it's okay to react. So probably it's I mean it's good to react, but you have to make sure that you are reacting with a purpose, right? It's not just, although it's opinionated, parang ang pangit naman na mag-react ka lang just to destroy one work, no, one reputation. So this reaction paper is also taught to us to become responsible and to become deep and critical.
yeah. But then, in giving critic, in giving reactions, in giving comments, let's practice to be constructive always, constructive
Yeah.
criticism. So let
Yeah.
us promote constructive criticism. In spite we see negative thing on the material we've read, we've seen, still let us express this negativity in a positive way. What does it mean? So you can say it's not good in a nice way, right? By
Yes.
giving enough
Suggestion.
recommendation, giving suggestion, how would it be improved? Okay, and how will it still cater the people or the future readers or consumers of this material. So,
Yes.
moving on, are some recommendations that we can give to our AF Phenomenal student when they begin writing their reaction paper. First is, this is very important, read the original article carefully. That is very important, and highlight the main ideas and points you want to discuss. Always remember, you cannot give judgment to something you don't understand. Remember that.
Correct. And
Okay?
you did not have a good background about it. Okay. So
Tama.
be careful. Be careful.
Yeah, so you have to read carefully the original article and make sure you understand it. Just like in life, right? Parang mahirap naman makisawsaw, magbigay ng komento kung ikaw mismo hindi mo naman alam ang nagaganap, right?
Oh,
Or mapahamak ka pa.
I can think fake news here. There are a lot of fake
Yeah,
news spreading on the
yeah,
internet. Be careful. Do not react right away.
yeah.
Think
Wag react.
before you click.
Yeah,
Ayan.
wag
Meron
react
din
ng
ako
react.
sa
Read the articles, fact check before you give your baka dada ka ng dada, di ba? Comment ka ng comment.
correct.
Mali-mali pala ang mga reactions mo. They are inappropriate. They are not intended. Okay,
Yes.
next.
Another thing is that use various sources to make your statement more argumentative and describe your point of view and back it with additional information if needed. Use vivid examples. So for your readers to understand it more, use vivid examples, clear examples. Don't use information that are not true. Okay, that are untrue, that are fake. Okay, para sa pagpili ng tao yan, kailangan yung totoo tayo, di ba? Doon tayo sa merong magandang, ayoko na magsalita. Sa pagpili ng pagkakatiwalaan, kailangan yung ano, 'di ba, yung legit, yung totoo. So you have to be careful about them. 'Yun.
Yeah, so it's not enough that it is said, but it should be done, right?
Oy!
It should be done. It should
It
not
should not
only
only be
be
said, but it should be done too. It
it
should
should
be
not only be
actual.
expressed, but it should
Yeah.
be performed, right? So just like in writing your reaction paper, it's not enough that the text is
React.
beautiful, okay? The text is amazing. The question is how amazing it is, how beautiful it
Correct.
is. Give me example. Give us concrete evidences for your claims. All right.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Another.
Another and our last recommendation to our AF phenomenal students in writing the reaction paper is yan. Use various sources to make your statement more argumentative. Various sources, don't focus in just one. All right?
Yes.
Okay? Not in relationship, but I mean, not do not focus in one source because you need to review a lot of related sources so that you can
Correct.
make you can strengthen your reaction paper. You can strengthen your argument. So use
Yes.
a lot of sources.
Sabi nila, collect, 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 collect and collect, not people ha, collect and collect
Yeah,
legit sources and
sources.
choose from them. Yeah, so let's go
All
now to
right.
our most exciting part.
Ayan.
So,
So, we're done with the discussion part. Always remember that a
what have I
reaction
learned?
paper, right, is a form of paper writing in which the writer expresses his ideas and opinions about what has been read or seen. And it has the following parts.
We have the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So you have to be careful about it. Thank you very much, and we hope you learned from that moment. And thank you for all your reactions. And let's now proceed to our most awaited part. Tutor Alvin, let's do this.
Okay.
Because we prepared for this.
And this is your AM moment to shine.
Are you ready to shine, our AF phenomenal students? This is your moment. Let's go.
So, what should be done in this part? So, you just
Alvin, in this
need
part,
to.
yes, Alvin, is to we will be giving them pictures of films. And if they can predict the title, then you have to comment on our comment section the title of the movie. Then give your one-word reaction or description on the following
Oh,
movies. Hindi namin kailangan ng facial reaction. Kailangan namin ng
yeah.
one-word reaction or description about the movie. Give us a title and your reaction. Question is,
Yeah.
are you ready, AO Phenomenal buddies?
Yeah.
AO
Are
Phenomenal
you ready?
students.
Are
They are
you,
also
yeah.
our buddies.
Yeah, as your body, yeah, Tutor Aaron, I am ready. And
Yeah, we are
are
flooded
you
with hard
phenomenal students?
reactions, Alvin,
Okay.
so they are ready. Let's go with our first picture, first
And I know
movie.
you're familiar with these movies.
What is this?
Okay.
What's the title? And what is your reaction?
If you've already watched this one,
You know this,
okay.
Tutor Alvin? Have you watched this already?
Mhm.
What did you feel when you watched this?
To be honest, Tutor Aaron, I'm not familiar with this one.
Are you sure? I think they're
Yeah.
familiar. What's the
Yeah,
title?
but I know our A
Alvin?
phenomenal students are fond of this kind of this show
What's the
or of this
title?
film.
Reaction. Okay. Did somebody answer already? Waiting for your answers. Parang ang bagal. Ayan, someone answered already, Tutor Alvin. Kat Gabehan.
All of us are dead. Yeah, yeah. I've scanned some previews of it, but I don't ever watch it. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes. All of
So
us are dead. And the
any comment?
feeling is her reaction is
Scared.
scared. And
It's
that's
scary.
correct. Kat Gabohan. Yay!
About
Congratulations.
survival.
Correct. All of us are dead. Ang galing. Familiar kayo. Next. Go, Tutor
Let's
Alvin.
proceed to the next. Oh, ayan.
Oy. Do you know this, Tutor Alvin?
Yeah.
You know, I was
So
actually excited in this part because I know that everyone can relate to this. What's the title and what's your reaction while watching this?
so others are getting excited. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
what's your answer, everyone? Ano pa sila sa All of Us Are
All
Dead?
of us are dead.
What do you
Okay.
think?
Terrifying.
Second one.
This
Ayan, meron na
Squid
si
Game,
Alvin.
yeah. Sabi ni Faye, it is exciting. At the same time, it is scary. Alright.
Yes, that is correct. Next.
Nervous. Let's proceed to the next one.
How about this
Oh,
one? I think this is a Filipino film, no?
yes,
That,
it is.
I think a little background. This is the highest, ano ba, highest grossing film ba of all time, no? Malaki ang kinita ng palabas na ito dahil marami nakarelate dito. What do you
Mm-mm.
think is the title of this film and what was your reaction when you first watched this? First, kasi I know others watch this for like many times. Oy, according to Tutor Tony, idol
Maging
daw
si
niya, oh.
Idol. Akala ko siya yun.
Ay, oo nga, eh.
Ang Alden ng ETUlay.
Somebody answered. Ang bilis ni Faye. Rafael Faye Nota. Sabi niya, hello, love, goodbye. Correct ba yun, Tutor
Sad.
Alvin?
Yeah,
Correct.
it is.
And
Okay.
sad. Yeah, sad.
Sad. You're
Sad
sad.
love story.
I think
Yes.
that is between Joy and Nathan. Alright.
Good,
I
no?
just
How many
recall
times
the
did you
name.
watch this, Tutor Alvin?
What's that? Tutor
How
Iran?
many times did you watch this?
I watched it 3 times. The first one is in the cinema. Okay, the other one.
Wow, the other one Netflix, the other one sa
Yeah.
TV na.
Yeah. In
Okay.
TV. So let's move on to the fourth one. Yeah, most of them they are sad when they watch this
Sad,
movie.
heartbroken yung iba. How about this
Okay.
one? This is actually
Mm.
a phenomenal film. What do you think is the title of this? This is so famous. It became famous back then, no, when it was actually released.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Go our A phenomenal students. What do you think is the title of this? And what was your reaction when you watched this? Ayan, no? There's something to do with. Oh, somebody answered already. Gia
Bird
Manansala Reyes answered Bird
Bird
Box.
Box.
And she said it's sad. Somebody answered scary and exciting. Yay! Thank you very
Yes.
much. Let's go
And
to our
let's
last. Let's make this fast, Shooter Alvin.
okay, our last is
Okay, let's
ayan.
just watch this before. What is the title of this, everybody? And what was your reaction when you watched this? What was the feeling when you watched this?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody answered Encanto. Is it correct, Tutor Alvin?
Is it Encanto?
Yes, Encanto is the
Yes.
right answer. And Kat said that her reaction was magical. That's
Magical.
her description about,
Wow.
which is actually true. Magical. And you are correct, Kat. Congratulations. And why do we give ourselves a round of applause for being active today and for joining our game?
Yeah, so give yourselves a big, big round of applause. And all right. Okay, we're done with our week 6, quarter 3, and that's about writing reaction paper, review, or critic. So let's proceed to the next one.
That is
Yeah, and so
correct.
I
So
hope, okay, we'll see each other again next week. All right, and that's it for today. Thank you for your participation, AF phenomenal students. This has been Tutor Alvin.
and I am Tutor Aya, Tutor Aaron, Tutor Ayap, and we are your Ayap
I
buddies.
love that. Yeah. So see you next Tuesday for more thrilling adventures.
Always remember to be AF phenomenal
Be AF fantastic.
and be AF powerful.
In English for academic and professional purposes. Only here on ETUlay Live.
See you next time, our AF phenomenal students.
Good
Bye.
day.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!